Good morning, beautiful beings. Thank you for tuning in. I have the intention to share with you today, and I'm wondering if there is part of my sharing that might resonate with you. And I'm wondering if even intuitive information is what we need at this time. What is going on within us and outside of us is an incredibly intense experience. And I'll start there. The rate at which everything is changing and adapting and upgrading is beyond my belief. And I can honor that inside of me and outside of me as well. And what I wanted to crack open with you all is something that has been illuminated within me and has given me quite a lot of understanding about how to navigate these times. Now, like any intuitive message or any intuitive idea, it's really up to you to acknowledge in your body if it's resonating or not. Resonance feels like a change in your body, in your nervous system when you receive a message or some words or some music or whatever that means. For you, that might be shivers down the spine. That might be you hear the word yes. That might be something moves within your body, in your chest, in your stomach, something. If you don't feel resonance and it doesn't hit you somewhere, then discard it. Yeah, take it or leave it is really the only way that we can absorb intuitive messages, because as always, my truth is going to be different to yours. And my truth can't be found outside of me, even though I would really love that to happen. It's not going to happen. It has to come from within. There are layers of my truth that will resonate with you in order for you to explore deeper, to find a more complete truth within yourself. So the idea that has been drip fed to me is every time we experience deep discomfort, every time we're forced to look at our resistance, our fear, our control, every time there's glitches in the matrix, every time that something is off, and something is painful and triggering and very uncomfortable, the idea that I've been playing around with is there's been a frequency shift. Now, the part that is hard for my human conditioning to understand is that that frequency shift is always in our favor. What that means is we're on an evolutionary course. If you like the language this way, the world is updating itself. Now, what we know from updates, from upgrades, from improvements, from evolution, from learn and from growth, it's not always pleasant. It's not always easy. And sometimes the deepest shifts represent our deepest discomfort. So we know this from when we try and update our lives in different areas. Every time you try and update your body, let's say you change the conditions in your environment, you change your diet, you put more nutritious food in, you often go through a detox process, right? Detoxing isn't fun, it's extremely uncomfortable. But we are doing that detoxing process in order to get us somewhere that is more in alignment with where we could be. Right? We're trying to upgrade our system. The reason why we upgrade our system is so we can receive more, right? We can receive more wellness, more love, more inspiration, more intuition, more of the things that serve us, that make us feel good day to day, and less of the things that get in the way of that. So every time there's a frequency shift on the planet, we might go through a detox. We might feel discomfort, anger, fear. We might be able to see our own controlling mechanisms. We might be able to see parts of our environment or the world that create discomfort in us. We might see things as unfair. We might blame other people. But what is actually happening in my truth is that a frequency shift has happened in our favor. Now it's up to us to let go of everything that doesn't serve us, to work towards more receptivity, to work towards allowing new frequency in so that we can be updated, right? This is the most profound time in our history for some of us. How we are viewing what's going on is a foundational element of how we navigate and how we take action towards what we want here. If it's within your patterning, within your conditioning, within your mission and your purpose to be a part of the fight, to be a part of the system crumbling down, to be a part of everything that doesn't serve us and the updates required, then I honor your service to go ahead and be a part of that fight. If you are getting caught up in the fight, but you know it's not your role and your mission and part of your purpose to be in that fight, which means you don't have the resources, the training, the skills, the opportunity to do anything about it, then I ask you to prioritize the parts of your life that you now can see you have responsibility for. Yeah? If the frequency shifts are going to keep on happening and they are aligned in our favor, whether we choose to allow that or not, then please look at what is in your capacity. It is within your capacity to prioritize the parts of your life that serve you, that align you with more love. It is within your responsibility and your capacity to change every other part of your life that is not in alignment with love. Right? Everybody is getting absolutely overwhelmed with health diagnoses, with relationship changes, with sharp increases in their intuition, with huge shadow flushes. Noticing everything that doesn't serve us, and every time we've chosen self-sabotage and everything that everybody else brings out in us is an incredible amount of self-development work. When our body tries to update itself and we realize how unsustainable we have been using our physical resources, that can be an overwhelming thing to look at. When we realize that people aren't in alignment with our highest good, even though those people represent strong contracts for us, that can be very overwhelming to look at. But just remember this, the world is updating itself, and you've chosen to incarnate here at this very time, in this very moment. You have chosen this. And if this resonates with you, all I want you to do is ask yourself the big questions. Why would I have chosen to be here? What is my purpose in all of this? Am I here for the fight? Am I here to rebuild? Am I here to watch and observe? Have I done this before? What does my body tell me about my capacity? There's a lot of people that know they have a strong purpose to help and to serve, but yet it's not time. There are still learnings and trainings to happen. There are still frequency shifts. When it's our time, but it might not be your time now. Or maybe you have been called and it is your time, and it's now time to look at your resources, your support base, and everything around you that can help you align with that path. Not knowing your purpose is a gateway. towards bigger questioning, more focused questioning. Wherever you're at, there is an incredible capacity here for all of us to evolve in our own way. Everything you evolve within yourself adds to the collective. If you want to focus on fear and control, then you will add fear and control to the collective. If you want to focus on love, solutions, updating the parts of yourself that are incredibly uncomfortable, then you add that to the collective. Every time you prioritize health, well-being, creativity, individuality, inspiration, love to yourself, you add it to the collective. If there's anything that is truly a priority at this time, it's simplicity, creativity, and asking yourself the big questions. There is an incredible opportunity at this time to honor where you're at and what you've got. Gather your resources. Look at your body and what it needs. Look at your environment and what it's telling you. There are messages everywhere. When we adopt a more shamanic look at life, all shamanism means is connected to everything. Everything is meaningful. Everything has a message. Every part of your reality and your environment is co-collaborating with you. What does your environment tell you? Are you still enough to listen? What is your purpose here? That might take you months in meditation to really crack open. But simply asking it from an egoic point of view is not going to give you an answer that feels resonant. We are looking for an answer that hits your heart space and you have almost an equal amount of yes and far out that is scary. This is what deep resonance feels like. If you're gathering your resources at this time, you're going to need intuition. Your intuitive feed is the only feed that's going to represent information, knowledge, and truth that is yours, that is right, that is true for you. If you're looking for the truth, you're not going to find it out there. You're not going to find it in other people, and you're not going to find it on the internet. You're going to find it inside of you. If you need to collaborate with other individuals that help you to ask the right questions, to find the part of you linked into your purpose here, then that is part of what you need to do. Don't discount that this is an incredibly intense shifting process of which we are not certain why or where we're going to end up. What I know for sure that anything that represents control is crumbling away. And there's going to be times that it's going to be really hard and times where it's going to feel okay. But there's opportunity here. Prioritize whatever you need to do to protect your intuition, your sovereignty, your creativity, and who you are at your most authentic expression, whether you know what that is or not. This is not the time to forget who you are. This is not the time to forget everything that you've been through. This is not the time to blend in. This is the time to acknowledge who you are and what you need to do to protect the parts of yourself that might be more empathetic, more intuitive than other people around you. If you're picking up energy and information from your environment, from people, from situations, from buildings, from land, then that's something to protect. That's something that's really special. And we need to develop more of that. But honor yourself. If you need to do that quietly and privately, then that's what you need to do. So some beautiful advice that I was given quite a while ago actually was we often don't get to choose what works for other people, what is resonant for other people. My path as a healer is always trial and error. It's always picking up intuitive information and trying things and seeing if they work. So if you resonate with this message and it's working for you, then please interact. Let me know. You let me know what works for you. If it's not resonating, leave it be. Move on. That's totally fine. I honor that. If you want more of the same, let me know. I have capacity for more guidance, to talk about what's going on, or to simply leave what's going on alone and talk about who we are as individuals, who we are as self-developers, as healers, as self-healers. You let me know, and I will provide what I can within my capacity. Please stay safe, stay grounded, and at the heart of all of this, in my eyes, is prioritize everything that makes your nervous system calm. And anything that makes your nervous system hyperreactive or in fight and flight, which represents threat and fear and unsafety, now is calling you for healing. All right, beautiful beings, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this finds you all. If it resonates, let's do more of it. If it doesn't, it's not a problem. So much love to you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you.